In the 1A six-man playoffs, the revived Encampment program certainly opened up some eyes this season. Last year, the Tigers played a JV schedule after not playing football at all since 1990. This season was the school's first year of eligibility for the playoffs after this revival, with Encampment winning its quarterfinal round game over Hewlett by 39 points. Farson-Eden came into this playoff game as the number one ranked team in this classification since the beginning of the season. In the first quarter, Encampment got on the board with a 60-yard run for a touchdown from Caden Barkhurst, so the Tigers led 7-0. Farson answered with a 29-yard run to the house from Parker Clausen to cut the lead to 7-6. In the second quarter, Encampment super athlete Dalton Peterson zoomed 16 yards to the end zone, giving the Tigers the lead at 13-6, and Quay Jordan followed that up with a 6-yard scoring run to bump the lead to 21-6. Farson-Eden answered the bell with a TD run from the 4, so at halftime, the Pronghorns trailed 21-12. In the second half, it was wild and woolly with Farson quarterback Tristan Lamoury galloping 35 yards for a touchdown to cut the lead to 21-18. Back came Encampment as Jordan scored for the second time, bumping the Tiger advantage to 27-18. The teams exchanged touchdowns later in the third quarter as Clausen had a long 53-yard run for a score for Farson, while Encampment got another TD pass from Peterson, this time to Michael Anderson, so after 3, the Tigers led 33-26. In the fourth quarter, Farson finally took the lead as Lamoury hooked up with Clausen again for a score, and it was 34-33. That play went for 20 yards, and those two guys did it again later in the fourth quarter on a pass completion that covered 65 yards to give the Pronghorns a 42-33 lead. Encampment showed some fortitude with a TD pass from Peterson to Kagan Gilbert to shave the lead to 42-41, but that's the way it stayed as Farson-Eden stayed unbeaten at 10-0 with a 1-point win over Encampment. The Pronghorns will host the six-man championship game on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. versus Matitsi. The Tigers' memorable season comes to an end at 6-3.